Welcome to our discussions, and today we are looking at Christian maturity. That's our discussion, and we'll take several aspects of these signs of maturity. First, you're saying a Christian is supposed to be emotionally mature, psychologically mature, socially mature, emotionally mature, and all these aspects put together forms a mature Christian. Our inspiration is from the letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, the first letter of St. Paul to Corinthians, chapter 13, from verse 11. And this is what St. Paul says: "When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known." So this is what we are looking at. So St. Paul puts a lot of things in these two verses. When I was a child, I talked like a child. When we put this in our spiritual journey, when we became Christians, we are in the formation, in the process of being formed to become a Christian. In churches, we have lessons that prepare us to become Christians. There are lessons, Sunday lessons, that priests or pastors teach us. And St. Paul is telling us, now, when I was a child, when we look at a child, the way a child talks, okay? So we can even look at the social aspect of a child. How does a child behave socially? How is his behavior? Okay? Is my behavior more mature in my Christian walk of life than a child? How is my social life? For example, let's start from the social aspect of our Christian maturity. How is my social life? Does it reflect maturity? My interactions with people, my interactions with my family, my interactions with my friends, the activities that I get involved, the social dimension, what are the things that I get involved in? Does it show my Christian values in my social life? Does it show maturity in my social interactions with others? Take it from home. How am I interacting with my family? Does it show that Christian value? St. Paul is saying, when I was a child, I talked like a child. Is still my speech? No, is my speech still that of a child? And reasonableness? No proper logic in my speech. I say whatever I feel like saying. I say anything to anybody the way I feel, no remorse whatsoever. Social life. Am I still a child in my social endeavors? The way I interact with my colleagues. Do I show the egocentric part of a child who wants everything to herself or himself? Are there any tendency in me that shows that egocentric that everything belongs to me. I possess. There's no room for sharing. St. Paul is challenging you and me in our social life. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I talked like a child. I did not bother who gets hurt, did not bother who gets offended. Okay? Because there's that freeness of a child to say things without thinking through. When I was a child, today we've just looked at the social aspect. Look at families, the way we spend our monies, the way in social media, what message are we putting as Christians? Are we an exemption? Are we portraying our social aspect exemplary from people who do not have Christian values? Or we are all the same? When we are on social media, when we are in social spheres of life, we behave just like everyone else. When I was a child, I talked like a child. So, this is our first introduction to Christian maturity, the dimension or dimensions in Christian maturity. When I was a child, I talked like a child. Social aspect of our lives as Christians should be exemplary, showing true value of Christians, standing for the truth in love. God bless you. This is your friend and brother in Christ. God bless you.